So, hi, good morning, Number Woman 5. We're going to be doing my numbers today, aren't we?
Yes, we are, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be interesting because I'm sure everyone wants to know how you actually go about doing this.
Sort of.
And I'm kind of interested. It's been a long time since we've done my numbers,
Yes.
and a lot of stuff has changed for us.
Uh-huh.
So, why don't you fire away?
Okay, today I'm going to do your year number. Because remember, every time you have a birthday, you pop into a new year. A new year cycle. That's what we call it.
I've just had one of those. So.
Exactly, you just had a birthday. So we're going to see what it is, okay? So what's your year this year? So this is your life number anyway. You're 52-7. Okay, so last year, when you had your birthday, you popped into a 36-9 year. And we all know 9 is the end of the cycle. It finishes and it goes into 1, right? So that's the end of everything. So coalition of everything. Basically, it's accumulation of all what you've learned all through the whole years. And then you reach the 9 number, and then you come to a realization. And so you sit and you ponder. It's a ponder year. So then you need a breakout number, which is the 1. So then next one is 37-10-1. Breakout year. Whoa. Okay, so 3, very, very exciting. A lot of luck coming into your life, actually. Very creative. Can be a bit messy at times, but creative. Okay. 7, all your intuition and everything to do with your spirituality coming into play with this number.
So I've got a 7 in my, because my birth number's 7, isn't
exactly.
it? So it's resonating
it's
with
resonating that, exactly. So it's coming in more. And then you got 10, which is the one, the start, the ignition. Let's go. Okay, so you're going to need the partnerships coming into your life, coming with this. So partnership with somebody, something, some friendships coming in, a lot of luck and friendship, and there is business in this number as well. So it's a moving, driving force forward to succeed. Use the numbers, use your creativity, because if you don't use your creativity, it ain't going to work. Use your friendships, are going to help you build this new empire or whatever you want to do. But you know what you want to do because you sat for the year before and pondered on what you wanted to do, and now you know what you're doing. So drive forward, go forward, you'll do it. Okay?
You said last year that I'd be cycling through all the numbers in my 9 year.
That's right.
So did you see me doing that?
Yeah, I did. I saw you doing it mentally. It's sometimes a bit horrible, actually. So yeah, cycling through the numbers means like you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 minute you're a 1 personality doing all these things, quite self-determined, assured of yourself. Next minute you're a 2 personality, going through sometimes a bit needy, but a very emotional sense. Instead of being a 1, you've now come into 2, quite emotional. And then the 3 comes into your life, and that goes into like a big pyramid. So a lot of energy comes into you, and that's it, and the driving force and lots of creativity, and you get things like, I want to do this, I want to do that. You come up with ideas and ideas and ideas, and then you stopped because 4 is, hang on a minute, are we sure of this? Shall we take a break, have a look at this, let's get our footing right, let's get our foundation right. That's a 4 year. So I watched you cycle through all these numbers all the time, and it was just so fascinating to me, do you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, he's got to settle soon, and now you're in a 1 year cycle. Yay! Because I've got a 1 in my number as well, so we're going to get on really well this year, thank goodness.
That's good news. Excellent. Have you noticed a change then since I've had a birthday or coming up to my birthday?
Yeah, you have. I have seen a change. Basically, you sort of started doing things for yourself a bit more. So
I've noticed things like I've started saying, yeah, we've got to have a good starting point for this, and we've got to start doing this, and we've got to start an I. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's lots
going
of
on.
I's. Yeah, you speak differently because in the other numbers it makes you speak a certain way, but when you're in a 1 year, you speak with an I. So some people can look at that as being selfish, that you're just talking about yourself and what about me, sort of thing. But luckily, I ain't like that. So you're right. But a lot of in partnerships. And when the person comes into a 1 year, if the other person doesn't have a 1 in their number, they won't resonate with that person, and it can cause conflicts. And people start getting really upset that, why are you doing everything yourself? Why don't you want me to do it with you? And they start thinking, what's wrong with that person? But it's got nothing to do with that. Basically, what happens in a 1 year is that it becomes the self-determined I, and there's no we in I. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to realise, let them be that way, because the next number is a 2, and that's when they're going to be we again. And so you just let your partners go through these number changes, and you'll be happy in your relationship. And if you let them do that, the relationship blossoms and it gets longer, which I'm trying to do for us.
Well, thank you very much. In terms of my number being a 7, my birth number, how does that resonate specifically with being in a 1 year? How do those two things reconcile each other?
Okay, so a 7 in a 1 year. If you notice, a 7 and 37, 10, 1. So you've got the numbers still mirroring each other anyway. So the 7 in a 1 year makes you more determined, okay? Because 7s can be quite, what's the word? When they actually, what 7s do, they do things over and over again, okay? They can be very determined and they know exactly what they want to do, very assured of themselves, and 1s are like that. So, but sometimes 7s feel, oh, I don't know if I should trust this, and 1s just go, forget it, we're trusting it, we're going for it. So what's happened with you is I've noticed that you've become more sure of yourself, and it's great. So instead of doubting yourself, you actually push forward through the doubt and just do it, because the 7s are sure, not as sure as the 1 is. The 1 is assertive and sure, and now see the hill, take the hill. Instead of waiting for the hill, the 7 thinking, oh, I don't trust the hill. Ooh, analysing the hill, thinking about the hill. What gradients is that hill? Should I take it from this angle? Or should I mean, like, forget that. The 1's gone, right? And that is what's happened to you. You're not doing that. You're not analysing everything, every little thing. You're just doing it, which is really nice to see. Okay, that's a quite good thing. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We'll come back to this later on.
Yeah. 2 year next.
Yeah.